Hello, hello, hello. We should play a game of guess where I am. Some random hotel room, could be anywhere. Okay, since you can't talk back, I'll tell you. I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina. Super random. I was just thinking when I landed at the airport, I was like, I've been here before. When have I been here before? And I think you fly into Greensboro to do games at Wake Forest. It's my only guess. Anyways, it's funny landing in an airport and you're like, I had sworn I'd never been to this city, and then I recognize it somehow. I am here for a very special event tomorrow night. I'm so excited. My dad was named Sportscaster of the Year, National Sportscaster of the Year. It's his third time winning the award. When he first won back in 2018, we all went, my whole family. It was a big deal. We were so excited. He gave like the most amazing acceptance speech ever. Not a dry eye in the room. Just a really memorable thing. And then the next time he won, it was during COVID, so the award ceremony didn't happen in person. And then now this time, but no one in my family can go. It's on the holiday weekend, it's 4th of July weekend, and no one could really go. And I kept saying, Dad, it breaks my heart to picture you there. You give your acceptance speech, all this prestigious award, and no one in your family is there. So it's like, I'm coming. We're doing this. So today, Sam and Wolfie flew back to Wisconsin, and my dad and I flew down here to North Carolina. Just a quick 2 days for my dad and I here. We had a lot of fun traveling today. I was not feeling the best as the wedding was last night, and just so exhausted from the whole weekend. I'm gonna go now to the videos I took just on my phone of like silly things while we were traveling. My dad is global service on United. So that's like their top tier traveler, because my dad travels so much for work. So he flies more than anyone I know, including my flight attendant friends. They'll pick you up in a Jaguar at your plane, and drive you to your next flight. Like, it's so crazy. So today we got to do that. And since I'm in the industry, I feel like this is our special thing. I just felt like I had to go, and I'm really glad I'm here. We're gonna have a lot of fun, and I'm glad I can kind of represent the family, support him, cheer him on, celebrate this with him, and then get back to my boys, because already I just FaceTimed with them. They're going to bed, and I just miss Wolfie so much already. Oh, I have to tell one more story. Wolfie I always show him some of my vlogs, like once I upload it, and I'll put it on YouTube, on the TV, because it's a lot of videos of him or like Sam and I doing stuff, and I think he thinks it's funny. And on the last vlog, I started it with, hello, hello, which I realize I do a lot now, which I didn't realize before. And Wolfie goes, hello, hello. And now he's always walking around, hello, hello. I am going to bed right now because I'm so exhausted and a little hungover. And then I will check back in tomorrow because I have the whole day free. There's a pool here, there's a spa, everything. I'm looking forward to it. But that's the catch up, that's the update. And now I will go backwards in time to our travel day. Good night.
I have not done this before. This is pretty cool. Thank you. Oh, it's okay. Yeah. I like traveling with you. This is pretty cool. It's like traveling with the Beatles.
Good morning from North Carolina. It is beautiful out here. It is a gorgeous day. A little overcast, which is nice because it is hot in this part of the country. But I have the whole day free before my dad's award tonight. I am going on a little walk now by the golf course. And then I'm gonna go work out in the gym. And then at noon I have a facial. And after that, lay by the pool. So, you know, people need to stop saying it's so nice that I came here for my dad, because that's my day. Incredibly lucky to have a chance to kind of reboot and regroup and feel healthy and good and active and kind of get myself back together before a busy holiday weekend for the 4th of July. That's going to be just more chaos. Again, we're just always doing a lot with a lot of people, and this time of year is a little overwhelming. This is the main reason I'm getting my facial. Ugh. And I'm not popping it myself. I'm letting a professional do it so everything heals up nicely. Okay, for now, have a little coffee and go on my walk.
talk about you long gone, it don't matter. Ride or die, that's been the deal. The light of your back, I disappear. But if you don't play that for me, I'm out of it, I'm out of it. I lick my gun and then I'm done. I'm out of it, I'm out of it. No man to tell me you're no good. I'm brushing the weight of you, the weight of you, of my shoulder. So done with my cigarette, and when all the smoke is clear, I'm brushing the weight of you, the weight of you, the weight of you. Don't need a no man. Yeah. Don't need a no man. Down for you. I'm brushing the weight for you, the weight for you, the weight for you. Don't need a no man. I'm brushing the weight for you, the weight for you, the weight for you. Don't need a no man.
Like almost physical command. How long does it take for you to get that?
Good question. I think, I'll go back to what I said before, when you lose yourself in the game, something just kind of clicks, I think, and you just kind of get a feel. You've got this great symphony, and that's the crowd. And in an NCAA tournament game, you're referring to the Furman UVA game probably, that the emotion and the intensity in the building, if you're on track and if you're in the right lane, you can feel the motion of the players. You can feel the decision-making of the coaches. You can feel the building. You can read the room. There's a Final Four starting guard who threw a wild pass in an important part of an NCAA game, one and done. And this little school in South Carolina came through with a big shot on the biggest stage in college basketball. And those are the moments that I think you subconsciously have in your mind, knowing that the crowd is going to, I mean, like you could sense when he took the shot, like you're holding your breath, you go, kid just threw the ball away, now the kid's going to take a three, and he hits it. I would never minimize the use of a crowd as symphony. All great singers have an orchestra, and a crowd is that orchestra for a broadcaster. And I think when Vince Scully made the call of Hank, and I keep talking about Vin because he's clearly on that Mount Rushmore. When Hank Aaron hit the home run that passed Babe Ruth, or tied Ruth, down in Atlanta, Fulton County Stadium, I think he set it up. The home run was hit in the left field, and on radio, he just let the crowd noise take over. And I thought it was such an impactful moment. And I guess when I was a young kid, I remember that call and remember what he did, and remembering subsequently why he did it, and it just kind of stuck with me. So that audience as orchestra has always kind of resonated for me. And again, on television, if a picture says 1,000 words, you don't have to say anything. It's like when Kawhi Leonard hit the shot and fell down in the corner to beat Philly in Game 7 of the conference playoffs a couple years ago up in Toronto. The crowd can take it, and so, but it's a feel thing, and you just lose yourself in the game. You'll be surprised how often that stuff kind of comes around and kind of grabs you and leads you down the right road.
Okay, just finished getting ready, about to get dressed for the event tonight, and you guys, I have come up with the best hack because I forgot a brush. I have no shampoo and conditioner, which is fine. I don't mind using hotel shampoo and conditioner if I have to, but I didn't want to wash my hair here anyways. And we leave tomorrow, and I'm like, God, I bet I can get one more day out of this. But I worked out, I was in a steam shower, I was at the pool, like, should have been a wash hair day after all the adventures I got into. But alas, I didn't even have a brush, so I couldn't even brush through hair if it was wet. And you know how tangly it can be after the shower. So I have no dry shampoo, I've got nothing, no curling iron, and I'm dealing with a really bad hair day. Huda Beauty baking powder. I just sprinkled some in my hands, and I used it like baby powder or a dry shampoo. Because before there were dry shampoos, people used baby powder. Like blondes would use white baby powder And it always looked kind of chalky. It wasn't quite right. And then obviously dry shampoos have become such a thing. But I was like, God, this might just be perfect. And it really did buy me just a little bit more time. Now my hair looks all right. And then I knew I was going to do slick back anyways because the texture, the wave, the crinkles, everything's just kind of weird about it right now. So middle part, ponytail is my go-to. So I could not have done it though with how greasy it was. Thank God for the How to Baking Beauty, what? Okay, let me show you my dress for tonight. I'm very excited. Okay, here's the dress. It's a silk shirt dress from Vici Dolls. And I don't know what to do with the bow because this is kind of more of a like professional event. That's why I'm going with like a collared shirt dress. I just feel like it looks like a feminine version of a more professional suit. But I just love this dress. Last time I wore it was Wolfie's baptism, so it holds this like special memory for me. So here it is as a bow, which I think looks very cute. I love this dress because it's such a sexy silhouette. Like it's really fitted and ruched, but then it also feels very put together. And like, again, I've worn it to a baptism at a church, and here I am at a work thing for my dad. So it's clearly not that sexy. I ended up putting my hair up in a top knot, by the way. I felt like it made everything look pulled up. Something about my ponytail just looked flat and stupid. Threw on a little bit of jewelry to kind of spice it up. And I have these really pretty Zara white pointy-toed kitten heels. Let's put those on. Here's the full look with this cute little kitten heel. Lighting in here is so much better. I had the best day overall today, like just rebooting my system, feeling healthier. I even fasted. I didn't eat dinner or like breakfast, not even really lunch. And that might sound weird. If you're not into intermittent fasting, then ignore this. But if you do like it, I consider doing like a longer fast every once in a while when I feel like I've been not as healthy. And just the reason is to like let my body kind of purge itself. Like let it stop digesting food for like a minute. It lets your body work on other things is the way I understand it. Walking outside and working out and getting a facial and sitting in the steam shower and like everything enjoying at the spa was just really nice. And then to cap it off with sitting by the pool was just perfect. So I felt like today was a really good reset. On top of it, sleeping 9 hours last night and just like having some quiet and me time. I feel guilty because Sam's alone with Wolfie and working very hard, but you know, I had to be here. So what can you do? Okay, let's go.
Dave Gordon, thank you. Wes, thank you. Watching all those state winners come across, I am so humbled. The talent of those men and women that walked over this stage moments ago, and before that, all the writers, all the state winners all over the country. It's amazing what they accomplished. The great thing about our business, Michael Glantz, who's here from CAA, and we've been together for over 3 decades, and I value his friendship, and I value his advice, and I'm so glad he's made the trek down from New York. Michael, thank you very much. And I would just tell you that when you think about this business and think about the people that help you, my first thought goes to my wife, who could not be here because she is with the new baby and our daughter. But as I accept this award tonight, I share it as I have my life with my wife Ann, 37 years, and our hearts are beyond grateful. Thank you.
Oh my God, it's 11:37. This program started at 6:30. Woo, I'm exhausted. And we have a 5:15 wake up call. And there was an after party and people are in the lobby bar. And back in my day, I could shut down a lobby bar. Not anymore. No, sir. So we are getting up early, hitting the hay, pack up again, and start everything anew tomorrow. Fly to Wisconsin with my dad and meet Sam and Wolfie and start 4th of July festivities. I need 2 hands to take off an earring. Good night. We made it up to Door County. It is the 3rd. It's going to be the 3rd of July.
Happy
Hello! 3rd of July. And we are headed into Fish Creek to watch some fireworks, to play with our dinos. Sam's driving. Oh, I bet the audio in here is going to be horrible with all the wind. There's Haley. Hi. There's Gabby. Hi. There's Mimi. There's Miss Vanessa. There's JG. Step on him, baby.
On the steps. It has to be on a hard surface. Don't throw it at my feet.
Happy 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Beautiful girl. Let's see.
You might get a good sunset.
Mm-hmm. We were just saying that.
Yeah, good something.
Water is like glass.
We can take the group in, go to that little
Happy 4th of July.
Yeah.
A party.
We're going to a party. Are you so excited to party?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we are going to a big party tonight. And Sam and Wolfie already left. There's Jerry and Dad. And yes, we are listening to the Beauty and the Beast soundtrack because it slaps. My son? Say it again. Say it again. You mean that little angel? That one over there? What is he doing? How sweet and patient is Erica Gruner? Aw. And JJ wore that same exact outfit here a couple years ago. Same party. Yeah. Yeah. And because he has no other like brothers, so we get all the boy clothes. I'll take that. Hello. Okay, am I in focus? We are back. We are back in Sheboygan. I'm unpacking us. I have something extremely wrong with my foot. I can barely walk. Can't bend my right toes forward. So I can't, like, my foot won't do this. My foot's like doing this. I'm in a lot of pain, so I'm gonna try to crash his chiro appointment tomorrow and see if they can work on it a little bit. And if not, I kind of wanna get an x-ray. Nothing even happened. Like, just all of a sudden it did this. So I feel a little soft that I like cannot walk, and Sam just took Wolfie to the gym right now so they can run around and burn off some energy before we get back in a normal routine. This week will be very low key after so much hoopla and weddings and bachelorette parties and trips and time in a busy full house with a lot of kids running around. This will be a quiet, calm week, which I think we're both looking forward to. I also kind of thought, while I have a quiet house to myself, I would talk a little bit about what's going on big picture. And as much as I like this vlog to be like an invitation into our lives, and I love sharing like fun things, especially like work-related things on here, I haven't really been able to talk about this yet, which feels funny. You know, I show you guys everything on here more or less, and then not talking about what's kind of the biggest thing that's happening in our world right now. Didn't feel right. So here we go. So because this story has already broken on local news and some papers have picked this up, and it's just funny to me. This is the slowest time in sports, so this is when like any story gets picked up. And I guess this one has. And even on here, I've talked about how Sam's been gone. Or I'll be like, Sam's out of town. Well, now I can actually say what he's been out of town doing. He's had a couple NBA workouts, which is great. And if you don't really know our story or his story, he played in the NBA 4 years and then played overseas for 2 years. I'm trying to get this all right timeline-wise. And then got back in the NBA when he played for the Toronto Raptors, and then went back to Europe for 1 more year in Istanbul, and that's when we signed the deal in London. And that was originally 1 year, and then he signed a 3-year extension, so we just finished 2 years, so we should have 2 more years left in London. So that's basically it. More or less, he's going into year 10 as a professional basketball player. He spent like 4.5 of those in the NBA, and the rest has been overseas. The most stability we have ever had was in London. That's, you know, a place that we lived the last 2 years. Oh, my phone's ringing. It's him, quiet. Hi, hon. What you doing? Okay. He said they're going by his parents to get some food. So now it has been brought to our attention in the last couple weeks, I guess most of July, that the London Lions, and I don't really want to get too in the weeds, honestly, because I don't know the details, and I think it is about to get very litigious, and I just want to tread lightly here. More or less, the ownership group, I think, has either gone bankrupt or is about to go bankrupt or is trying to sell the team, Sam's team, London Lions, where again, we're supposed to live for 2 more years, and I've accepted a new job, and we have a longer lease on our apartment, and we have all of our stuff in London, and our life is in London. Yeah, so it looks like we're not going back to London. And I'm trying so hard not to think about it because it legitimately makes me so sad. Like our life is in London. I've spent the last 2 years vlogging London and showing off London because I so genuinely love that city so much. I love England so much. I mean, go back to some of my vlogs a couple months ago and I was like, oh, I'm already homesick for leaving London, but we have to go home for the summer. And then we get this news that now we're not only not going back for a couple months, we're like not going back. And I'm heartbroken. I am heartbroken. I'm heartbroken for so many reasons. And, you know, just like little things. Probably the biggest one for me is that Sam feels so like cursed. He's like, we finally found ourselves in a really good spot. Like things could not have been going better. And, I mean, things are going great on the court. Things are going great off the court. We had stability. We have, you know, nannies that we like love like family who Wolfie is so comfortable with. And we have our beautiful apartment that we bought furniture in and like really thought we'd settle there for a couple years. You know, we'd probably plan on having a second child over there because we have this stability and family can easily come visit. And I mean, there's just so much that fit. And then my career like blossomed there. You know, I found such a good niche for myself covering the NFL for Sky Sports. And I hadn't even talked about this yet because I just want to make sure everything's locked up and everything before I talk about things that aren't official yet. But I had some really exciting work news in relation to this upcoming NFL season in London. We just don't know what's happening now. And I'm just so upset for so many reasons. But yeah, first and foremost, I feel so bad for Sam because now we're like kind of back at square one and he's like a free agent again. So we're just like nervous wrecks sitting by our phones waiting for a call to come in. And that is where these NBA workouts have come in. He's worked out with 3 teams now, and he has to, you know, fly to these teams and stay there for 2 days, and that's eaten up most of our June. So all of June just felt busy and hectic, and we're trying to wrap our minds around what is happening with, first, the London news, and just making sure, like, is there any way this gets saved? Like, could another ownership group come in and buy the team, and we don't have to leave? And, you know, I mean, we just so badly don't want to leave that city and our friends there and our life there. And like, I want to just stay in London forever and have been on the record saying that. And I've never loved a city we've lived in as much as I've loved that city. And I love our life there. And now I'm just pretty terrified about what's next because it could be something back in the States in the NBA, which would be amazing for so many reasons. But first and foremost, that it's the best basketball league in the world, obviously. And I want Sam to feel, you know, valued and seen and heard and appreciated and to be playing at the top level. I obviously want all that for him. And he belongs in the NBA. And all he does at these workouts, feels like he's just absolutely shining and the best he's ever played. And coaches and GMs are saying he's no doubt an NBA player. Like, how has he been overseas the last couple of years? And, you know, how frustrating would that be to hear in your career? But also I want the stability for our son, for our family. And it just feels like we're still a couple years away from that. And Sam just turned 30. He could play another 5-6 years. I don't know. And Google it, research it, because I'm just kind of going off the information I've been told, but I feel so sad about it for so many reasons. And now I'm like, what does this mean for my career? Because I loved where I was at and I'm willing to do anything to make it work. So if we end up signing somewhere in Europe, I think I'll commute to London quite a bit. If we end up signing somewhere here, I think I'll do the same. If I come in twice a month, maybe during the NFL season, that just is what it is. I'll probably lose money on the whole thing, but I don't care because this is my dream, and it's, like I said, I've never like enjoyed work as much as I have probably this last year. So that's what's going on with us. I've just wanted to stay tight-lipped on it because, one, I get emotional talking about it. Two, I didn't know what I was able to share, but everything I've just told you is basically out there except from my perspective, which this whole vlog is about. This is my view on life. You know, I've taken you on adventures with us overseas and on vacations and to cool work events and playoff games and Super Bowls and Sam's playoff games and MVP wins, and you know, I've shown you a whole lot of ups, and this is a down for sure. This is no doubt a down. And it's really hard to enjoy our short summer when this is in the back of our heads and that we still have to ultimately go to London and like pack up our apartment. And like, we're so settled there. It's gonna be a bear to move wherever we move. And if we end up moving in Europe, maybe we just like do a couple days in London and then off to wherever we are next. We do not know what is next. And I just feel like gutted. I feel like homesick for London. I do. What I do know though is that Sam and I always land on our feet. We've made like the most strange circumstances always work. It's just, this is such a bummer because we really thought we like found a home. Even if we knew it'd be like a 4-year home, that would feel like a lifetime to us because we move every year. But we will figure it out. And now that I've kind of told you about it here, I can keep you updated on it, which I will. So with that, I'm gonna go have a bath. It's not just all get ready with me's and trying on dresses and going to fabulous events. It's a lot of the real stuff too, which is why I started this whole thing. Because this is a very unique chapter in our life, so I want to always be vulnerable and open and have this be like my diary online. What a time to be alive. Bye.